Oop. Boing. It's the Zoon Card of the Week, live, and I am your host, Zoon. This is my assistant and producer, Bob.
Producer? Hey man, careful with that.
What?
Well, producer implies that I'm doing some special technical thing, but I'm not at all. I mean, I know how to, but I'm definitely not doing it here.
Yeah, and our special extra helper, Mr. Frog.
Hey. All right.
If you're new here, or you're watching this later, it's important for me to tell you.
You okay? Sounds like you got something in your mouth.
It's important for me to tell you that every week we come here live and about 15 minutes in, we pick our numbers 1, 2, or 3, and we draw our Zoon card of the week. And then I give some readings, or sometimes I get some help, you know.
So, you want me to do it? I can do it.
Well, maybe.
Yes. And every week, or almost every week, I'm super duper tired and wiped out, but this guy here is full of energy.
Thank you for that.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad to help.
Yeah. So,
Here we are.
I like to begin by saying,
Aloha.
Ciao, Dillis. Howdy. Ohakananya. Word up.
All right.
Aloha.
You know, you've always said aloha.
I always say aloha. Bob, ring the bell since we've started.
All right, we started, so let's ring the bell. And if you're new here, I always sip coffee out of a Zoon mug. Or tea or whatever I'm having. But because I'm working on my book, I'm back on coffee. I didn't think I'd ever go back to coffee, to be really honest. But if I didn't go back to coffee, I think finishing this book would take forever. So coffee's speeding it up a little.
I see. Let's see what we can do about that.
Yeah, let's see what we can do about that.
All right, what's going on?
Oh, I've got a eucalyptus honey lozenge. So sorry about that. It's just because allergies have just killed my voice. And my eyes are puffy and burning. It's not because I'm sleepy. It's because allergies are overwhelming me. And yeah. It's one of the many reasons I miss Hawaii.
Oh. No allergies there?
No allergies there whatsoever, believe it or not. I very much enjoyed it. This is really weird. Usually we get a few people by now. It doesn't look like we have anybody. All right. Well, my monitor showing Instagram, because now I have to show it on the monitor because we used the better camera. Doesn't show that anybody's in here. Huh. I hope I didn't do it at the wrong time. It is 9 o'clock, not 8 or something, right? It feels weird. Anyway, it's Mother's Day today. May 11th, Sunday.
Happy Mother's Day! Woo!
Yep. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mr. Frog. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Hey. Sayaka is in Japan today, so we're not going to get any Japanese translation. This is an English practice day. Woohoo. All right. Well, if it's just us, that's fine. We can figure it out. Oh, I see, Mr. Frog. You're barely in it. I'm gonna bring you a little more towards Zoom for Instagram. Let's do that. Okay. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
Usually we're answering questions and talking by now, but very eerily, no one's here. Maybe the internet's having problems.
The internet could be having problems. It wouldn't be the first time. We've had episodes for both YouTube and Instagram were badly malfunctioning at the same time. That's happened. We've had it where one or the other is badly malfunctioning. That's happened. It wouldn't shock me if they're both malfunctioning right now. Or maybe because it's Mother's Day, nobody wants to do this. They want to get flowers and candy and nice things for their moms. My own mom told me that she did not want me to send flowers because she would be out of town. She's in Florida. And so I didn't send her anything. Feels weird.
Oh,
hello. Aloha. Yes, hello, Hiro-chan. Good to see you. Sayaka's in Japan, so we're doing an English practice day.
So good to see you. Heart, smiley face.
Heart, smile. What's that?
If emoticons, otherwise known as emojis, are part of our typing, then we can say it, right?
I think, though, the smiley face is meant to indicate that we're smiling. I don't know if we're supposed to say smiley face. That feels a little weird.
Smiley face!
Okay. So, yeah. This is the end of the Golden Week in Japan, right?
Hello, Kahi-chan. Aloha.
Yeah, aloha. Good to see you.
What was that?
Oh, I have a clock over here that tells me the time, and it's on a different screen, and it's off to the side. So I just wanted to make sure that we weren't late for your card of the day when the time comes.
And happy Mother's Day, if it's Mother's Day where you are.
Yeah, if it's Mother's Day where you are, happy Mother's Day. If you're into that, I mean, not everybody is. Everybody has different holidays too, so it could be the right, schedule. But
Aloha. Speaking of aloha, nice shirt.
Yeah, you like this?
Yeah.
Well, this is a real Hawaiian brand. I think it's, what was it? Yirme, something like that. I should have Googled how to pronounce it. I didn't know you were going to mention it.
Ohakananya, good to see you. Sayaka's not here, so go practice day.
Yes, this is an English practice day on the Zoon Card of the Week.
Live!
Or not live if you're watching this later. We've noticed that some people do watch it later, and that's nice. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
So is it Golden Week still in Japan? Is today the last day, or is it go longer? I know sometimes with holidays, people say it's, Magic Week, but then it goes for 3 weeks or 2 days or something like that.
2 days?
I'm sure that there's a holiday that they call a week, but it only goes 2 or 3 days. I'm sure. It would shock me if there wasn't.
So, humans aren't very good at calendars?
Humans are not good at calendars soon. I know from experience. I can read them and I understand them, but when it comes to remembering special days and paying attention, I am not the one to call on for that duty.
I see.
Yeah. You know, like there are a lot of holidays that are like religious holidays, and because I'm not interested in religion, I forget those holidays. But then there are a lot of holidays that are not necessarily religious that I like, but I forget those as well.
I see. Because you have a calendar deficiency.
I have a calendar deficiency, yes.
Hello, Nasai. Good to see you on Instagram. Hello.
Howdy.
You know, seeing my body seems a little weird.
Oh, yeah, because on Instagram we can see your whole body. But you look nice. You're sitting on my leg and you look okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, here we could even bring this camera on YouTube down a little. Get more Mr. Frog.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. What's new? What's new with you guys? We still have a few minutes.
Hello. Aloha.
If you've just arrived, Sayaka's not here today, so English practice day, which is totally okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna drink a little coffee. I apologize for the awkward silence.
Silence is not bad. It's nice.
Yeah, I know, but not a lot of people want to tune in and just watch us sit here quietly.
Hello, Hiro-chan. Good to see you. On Instagram.
You know what? That's a new thing that you're doing.
What?
Mentioning which one we're seeing. You know, like we have Hiro-chan here on YouTube, Hiro-chan on Instagram, Kahi-chan on YouTube. Wait a minute. If Hiro-chan's on YouTube or on Instagram now, does that mean that YouTube's not working very well? It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, is YouTube giving us problems?
I see. Yeah, YouTube's giving more problems. Instagram's working better. I can't read kanji, but I'm guessing that that's what that means. All right, so YouTube's messing up. Instagram's working well. All right, Zoon, let's look at the Instagram camera instead of the YouTube camera. Instagram, because that's the one that's working well.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like one of those people.
Which people?
You'll know when I say the rest.
Okay.
You need to smile more.
Smile more?
Yeah, try it. There you go.
It feels weird.
It feels less weird the more you practice.
You know, it's funny.
What?
I was telling a friend of mine the other day, we having coffee, and I was pointing out something that you always say, which is how important it is to practice. A lot of people don't realize that how you feel can be affected by practice, because we don't like to think of it as something that we choose. Like it somehow feels fake if we say that we choose how we feel, but we do choose how we feel. We may not choose consciously, but we can choose consciously. Is that right?
Yep.
So I was telling a friend of mine that you said this, that you can practice feeling however you want. I thought that was super interesting. Like when I was younger, I was very bad at feeling happy. I just wasn't good at it. So when I would experience that happy feeling, I struggled to hold it in my body. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
But then, because of you saying that, I've practiced feeling happy. And so now when I get that experience in my body, I feel happier. Isn't that weird? I think that's so weird.
It's only weird because it's still pretty new.
It's not that new. It's been like 10 years of practice. But I get what you're saying. It's not a lifetime of practice because I'm more than 10 years old.
You are?
Thanks. Oh, thank you, Zoon.
Zoon Card no jikan desu. Ich, ni, san, erande kudasai. We don't actually have any Japanese translation today. Sumimasen, Sayaka is in Japan.
Yeah, Sayaka's in Japan, so it's going to be all ego today. So, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Boop, boop, boop. Or I guess if you're German, 1, 2, or 3. And we will draw your card and give you a card of the week. It's kind of something to pay attention to, something to work on and play with. So, all right, I'll ring the bell. Let's pick our numbers. Oh.
Try again.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I should draw a little X on this thing. Because if I hit it in the wrong spot, it sounds terrible. If I do it right, it sounds good. All right. I should type on. I know YouTube's not working great, but I should type it anyway. La, 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 la. 1. You're 1, Mr. Frog.
Yep.
What about you, Zoon?
Also 1.
And what about me?
2.
2. 1, 1, 2?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So sorry, I'm going to type this. It might be a little slow. Mr. Frog and Zoon. 1. Bob. 2. Okay. I would type it on Instagram, but Instagram doesn't save the chat. So it I don't see the point. Sumimasen.
All right, here we go. Cut the deck.
I know it. I do it every week, or almost every week. Once in a while, we miss a week or two, as we did recently. Man, I miss Hawaii.
Why?
My eyes are so puffy. My allergies are just out of control. In Hawaii, I wasn't allergic to anything. Nothing. It's amazing. In New York, I'm allergic to everything. Dust, pollen, mold, hair, all kinds of stuff. Ugh. All right. Card 1. This is Mr. Frog and Zoon's card. Hiro-chan's card. Here we go. And if this is your card, please enjoy. Whoa, harmless joke. Didn't we get this last week? I feel like we got this last week. Now that we're doing the Zoon card of the day, it's hard to remember from week to week for me.
Is this your calendar problem?
Yeah. This is my calendar problem, as Zoon puts it. I know. Sounds a little bonkers, but yeah, I got to pay attention to Instagram here, make sure it lines up. So, harmless joke. Take it away, Zoon.
No, take it away, Mr. Frog.
Hey, harmless joke, huh? Sometimes you step in poo.
Boo.
Yeah, sometimes. Or mud, and you walk around, you get mud and poo everywhere.
Oh, geez. Yeah. But sometimes that happens to teach us something important. Sometimes it happens to help us learn to laugh. Laugh? You mean when we step in poo, sometimes it's funny? Yeah. So sometimes if the universe gives you weird problems, don't worry, it's just a harmless joke. You sound worried. I am worried. Sorry, I'm trying my best. I'll do my best this week to not worry and instead laugh more. Thank you, Mr. Frog. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try too.
Yeah, but Zoon,
I worry.
you do?
Sometimes.
You strike me as the least worried person I've ever met.
That's probably true.
But you still worry sometimes, huh?
Sometimes.
Well, Zoon, harmless joke. If things seem weirdly difficult, kind of a pain in your tuchus, don't worry so much. It could just be a harmless joke. And like you've said, the greatest divine magical power in the universe is a spontaneous laugh when we just go, bah, ha, ha.
Better than that.
Oh, when it's real, not me making noise. So, if the universe seems to want to make you laugh, laugh. If you catch yourself in a sticky, messy situation, allow it to be funny because it probably is.
It does make learning
And living a lot easier if you get good at laughing. Oh,
what?
no, we were talking about practice earlier. This is a great week to practice recognizing when life is funny and to practice laughing. Because laughter also gets better with practice. Wow, that's cool, man.
You starting to see the pattern?
I think so. Let's see another card before I see patterns.
All right. Card 2.
Card 2. This is my card. And Kahi-chan's card. And who knows? It could be someone who's watching this later. It could be their card. Or someone who's watching but not speaking up. That happens too. All right. Card 2. Come on. Yep. The dance. Oh man. This is one of my favorite cards.
Why?
Well, I know this might sound a little metaphysical, might sound a little philosophical, but it's not. It's very practical, I think.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. You want me to explain it?
Yeah, Mr. Frog did card 1. Why don't you explain card 2? Okay.
I can explain card 2. Quite often in life, when we notice things that look like opposites, they're actually part of a pattern that is moving in a type of harmony or rhythm.
Give me an example.
Well, like from Earth, the way the Earth turns, and then the way the Earth moves around the sun, we see things like sunrise and moonrise. And the sun and moon, from our perspective, they look like they're the same size. So, and because the moon affects the tides and the sun affects everything. Well, the moon affects more than tides, it affects water in general. But we then see these patterns, on Earth, when there's more sun, things are different than when there's less sun. When we have the moon visible when it's closer and when it's further away. Because we're mostly water, we actually feel it when the moon is near and when it's far. So as we notice these apparent opposites that are actually moving in harmony, and the larger patterns seem almost infinite, if not infinite, in harmony. We notice a certain type of music that the universe creates. And this week is a great week to pay attention to these opposites that are not opposites, and attempt to move in harmony with life. Move in harmony with life. So the dance is us recognizing and help me out soon.
Recognizing these patterns of apparent opposites and finding our place, observing them, and to move in rhythm. The rhythms of the universe become more, help me out, Mr. Frog.
What? Come on, Mr. Frog, help us out.
The rhythms of the universe become something we can observe a little more easily this week. And we can practice. Whoa, help me. Okay.
I got you, Mr. Frog.
So we can practice moving with them. Yeah. Help me out, Bob.
Okay. My friend Tomo-chan pointed out that for humans, the first instinct that we have to express ourselves, or at least the first that we've noticed, isn't speech or sound or even touch. It's dance, moving our bodies in a rhythm. It's the first first form of expression instinctively that we have as humans. I guess your people probably have something similar.
Yep.
So this week, recognize these patterns and rhythms of the universe and see how well we can move with them. That sounds kind of nice, huh?
Sure.
Thanks, Zoon. I'll do my best to dance with the rhythms and harmonies. Not harmonies, but rhythms of the universe.
It's okay to make harmonies.
Yeah, I know, but that's not really the point of this card. All right. Sorry, that's a more complicated card. Well, I think we did okay explaining it.
Yeah, be more fun with Sayaka here.
Yeah, I wish Sayaka-chan was here. But hold on, let me get another sip of this. That's another reason why I went back to coffee, is it really helps with my allergies with minimal side effects. One of the few allergy treatments I found that don't have a lot of terrible side effects. It has a few terrible side effects, which is why I take breaks from coffee. But anyway, card 3. That was a popular card today. Masai picked it. But somebody else picked it. I'm not seeing it. Well, I'm sure somebody watching this later picked it. Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah. I just drank that coffee kind of fast. Card 3.
Whoa! Card 3, new hat. Whoa! Hey, Bob, can you hold it close?
Sure. New hat.
This is such a nice card.
They're all nice cards.
Yeah, I know, but this one just, when you experience it, it just feels nice.
Couldn't this card also be scary for some people?
Yes.
Go on.
Oh, sometimes in life, new roles appear and almost literally land on our heads. If you see the little guy on the card is smiling and looking at the hat, so you'll see this new role approach and float down and land on your head. If these kinds of changes frighten you, don't worry. This is a big chance, an opportunity. A chance to grow. A chance to try something new. A chance to expand. And more importantly, a chance plants. A chance to wear a brand new hat.
What if you try out this new role and you don't enjoy it?
Practice enjoying it.
Oh, this is a chance to practice accepting change, practice allowing yourself to have new experiences, and to practice playing a new part in your life. Very nice. I like how all three cards, your Zoon principle of practice, all three cards, come on, hand, you can do it. All three cards deal with practice. Whether you're practicing laughing, practicing moving in rhythm, or practicing playing a new role. I like it. And if that confuses you, there's a long story about how when we wear a hat, our personalities tend to shift slightly based on what kind of hat we wear. So, as an analogy, we say playing a role because you're wearing a different hat. That's why we say that, just in case you're not familiar. I think most of you guys who are here have heard us explain that before, but someone new might be watching this later. So let them understand what we're talking about.
Bob,
Yeah.
ring the bell.
Ring the bell. I'm going to try not to make it terrible sounding. Ooh, that was a nice one. Sorry. I don't know what it is, but something's starting to get to my throat. I don't know if it's dust or pollen or what, but it's starting to get me scratchy, buddy. We're going to have to call it pretty soon.
Can we just go another minute?
Sure.
In case you don't know, this is one of my favorite times of year.
Spring?
The NBA playoffs.
What? Zoon likes basketball. So, the National Basketball Association, the big basketball league in the US.
It's the biggest in the world.
Yep. It's the playoffs. And he's been having a wonderful time watching basketball.
Well, yeah, because the underdogs have been winning.
You root for the underdog?
Of course.
So, there have been some upsets in the playoffs. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody, but it's interesting to Zoon. There have been the lower seeded teams have been mostly successful against the upper seeded teams. And Zoon likes it when the lower seeded teams win.
Like New York and Denver.
Yep, like New York and Denver. So Zoon's very excited about it.
I sure am.
I'm excited because he got me watching basketball, and I enjoy it, but he really likes it.
I sure do.
So just giving you a heads up what we're talking about. All right. I'm so sorry, but my voice is going to give out because of allergies. I don't know if I can keep doing this.
Go Knicks! Yeah, they can do it.
I believe the Knicks can do it. I'd love to see them beat Boston. That is awesome. Jalen Brunson, man. He's looking really good. And welcome, by the way. Just saying that. Who else? I mean, it's been mostly underdogs winning so far in this round. I know Denver's up 2-1 over OKC. I hope Denver wins that series. I love Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, but OKC style of play, all that flopping around and trying to bait the referees, it's so annoying. It's such an ugly style. I love their defense. Their defense is beautiful to watch, but their offense, man. You have opinions? You're the big fan, but when I watch those games, I'm like, ah. And the Celtics, I mean, they're all right, but it's all like shooting 3-point shots, like all game. And it's not that fun to watch. Whereas the Knicks, watching Brunson drive and move, and then all the team do the cuts and stuff, like it's so fluid and nice to watch. So, yeah, I hope the Knicks win that series. That would be nice. And who else? I know there are 2 other series is happening. There's Minnesota and Golden State. I think Minnesota's up in that series because Curry got injured. I'd love to see Golden State win that series though, because they're an interesting team. And Minnesota, again, that style that I don't like, where everybody's flopping around and getting grabby, and it's just not fun or interesting to watch. A lot of ISO ball instead of like movement. I don't know. I hope Golden State can win that series. I don't know if they can with Curry out, but yeah. I know. I could go over all of them. Indiana and Cleveland. That's interesting. Cleveland, their first time, in a while since LeBron. Look like a real contender, but Indiana's ahead in that series. Yeah, it's interesting. Wow. Yeah. All right. Catch you guys later. Have beautiful dreams. Remember, you can do it. I believe in you. Say it with me before we go. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Catch you later. Catch you. Sorry. This is why we're calling it, because I'm going to start coughing. Catch you later. Oh, let me see. What's going on? I got to hit the button on this. Is this the button? That's the button. How do I do this? I don't know how to end it. All right, we got YouTube. I'll end that because I know it's an end stream button. Okay.